genocide against the Palestinians inside the Gaza Strip. Bombardment hasn't stopped at all since I sent you the last video. It was almost midnight. Since that time till now, bombings, bombardment, shellings, shootings, and explosions haven't stopped at all. I'm afraid that they are trying to attack NASSER hospital. Maybe you can hear the shooting. The whole night I kept trying to, or thinking, not trying, thinking of coming to this place, leaving my tent. It's not a tent, it's something like a tent where I stay. To be honest, the place is very beautiful where I stay, because it has many trees and grass. It's a beautifully green place. It belongs to one of my relatives. It's a beautiful place, but the conditions are not that good. The worst thing is water. We don't have enough water for consumption, drinking water, and also clean water. And the real nightmare is the toilet. We have 2 toilets, but we can't use them properly because of the lack of water. Now, I was about to tell you that shooting has stopped, but it started again. Now, why I'm worried? Because there are many wounded people, sick people, medical staff inside NASSER hospital. A few nights ago, when we went to visit my 2 nieces who were injured when we were bombed. The 2 nieces, by the way, they lost their sons. One lost 2 sons and the second lost 1 son. They were all kids, children, and even the youngest was 5 years old, and the oldest was 9 or 10 years old. A few nights ago, the Zionist tanks attacked the area next to NASSER hospital. They attacked the graveyards and they have stolen some of the dead bodies which were buried there. They claimed that some of these dead bodies belong to their own prisoners or captives inside Gaza. They have destroyed the whole area. They destroyed a mosque which has been under construction for a few years. It's a mosque, a normal mosque. People go and perform their prayers there, but it wasn't completely constructed. I mean, the electricity, the other works, tilings or tiles, paintings, things like this. They have spread a state of fear, worry, chaos. It was like the doomsday, the day of judgment. Everybody escaped from the NASSER hospital. Has been for almost 4 months a shelter for, without any exaggeration, hundreds of thousands of people inside it and around it. All people escaped. Sick people, wounded people. You could see people pushing beds, hospital beds of wounded people, going almost nowhere. They didn't know where to go because they were just trying to rescue themselves. So my 2 nieces told me that it was a very frightening night. Everybody has left the wards of the hospital, doctors, nurses, people, everybody. So I told them, why to stay? Let's also leave. So we decided to leave, and one of them told me that her leg hurts her too much. So I had to take her to the radiology division, and we had an x-ray for her, and then we came to this place. The next day in the morning, she told us that her leg hurts too much and it has a swelling. It was like a ball, a big ball. So we had to show the x-ray to a nearby doctor who happens to stay at the same place, and he told us that I don't know what they call it, the metal thing that they have planted in her leg, in her thigh, is broken. She needs to go immediately to the hospital and had a new surgery. So we left to the hospital. It was a big problem for us to reach the hospital. Unfortunately, when we reached there, we didn't find the staff. We found 2 doctors who apologized, said that we cannot perform on her because we need other staff. Thankfully, we managed to get our room again, despite the fact that we have found everything in too much mess. Garbage, medical equipment, and medical disposable items were thrown on the floor everywhere. It seems that people have looted the wards. The next day we managed to make the surgery. They told my niece that she needs to stay with that metal thing outside her thigh. The first surgery they planted the platine, I don't know, inside her thigh. This time they said that they cannot perform inside the thigh, so they had to plant that metal thing outside her thigh. The problem is that now the 2 nieces are alone there, and the bombardments, the shellings are really frightening. Now it's only it's only shootings. Since I started this message or recording to you. There has been almost no bombings except few, but the whole night there was a very scary, insane bombardment. You sent me a message saying if I could record the fire belts. Unfortunately, when I tried to record, خلاص, they happened. And I was in a very dark area. It wasn't completely dark because of the moon, but it would be really strange and suspicious if I start to record, because there were almost 6 to 7 people around me. It has been 12 minutes now of this recording. It is really relieving. I'm relieved because the shooting is not the same as it was. I really hope that these shootings won't be next to NASSER Hospital or at NASSER Hospital, because, as I told you, it would cause too much fear, panic, worry to the many wounded people inside who couldn't leave the hospital. By the way, after the first night when they came and stole the corpses with the dead people, they came again the next night, and during those 2 nights, the majority of the people inside NASSER Hospital, around NASSER Hospital, and the whole neighborhood also have fled and have escaped. They have left the hospital and also the houses in the neighborhoods around NASSER Hospital. So it's almost empty.